But before we do that, here's what
Okay.
I do want to just talk about. So we had
Okay.
talked about the pill for perimenopause,
Yes.
and that's if you're having systemic symptoms, right? You know, flashes, sweats, mood, breast tenderness, everything. If you're only having heavy bleeding, but you otherwise feel fine, then you can do a lot of the same things we'll talk about for menopause. You can do Eastern technologies, like you can do acupuncture and herbs, those can help. You can actually do the progesterone IUD because that'll decrease your bleeding and it won't affect anything in your system. You can do something called a uterine ablation where we burn the lining of the uterus so that you don't have any more bleeding. So if you're perimenopausal, depending on your symptoms, you actually have a fair number of choices of what to do. So
Do you have a
WHO,
favorite?
no, actually, I really legitimately don't. And I'm not just hedging. I say that because it really depends on the patient and what they're feeling. I have
Okay.
some patients who feel so many symptoms that in order to piecemeal fix them, I'd have to give them so many different things. Or I'd have to say, listen, if you want to go to a naturopath and do acupuncture and meditation, all those things, I think it's so great. But the fact is, you might not have time in your life to do it, like time and money, right? You have to go
Mm.
weekly, you have to spend a lot of money. So, right now in your life, maybe you want to go on the pill and then in 2 or 3 years, we'll revisit it. Or maybe you want the IUD to stop the bleeding, and maybe you want a little bit of one of the SSRIs to help with your moodiness and your flashes, right? So it really depends. And that's, again, what I think is so important. Despite being Western, we should tailor it to each patient and what their issues are.